Okay. Mew Mew Power. Now, I was watching episodes of this on YouTube to research for this review, and I have to say, this has to be one of the most crappiest dubs in English I have ever seen. And 4Kids really did a horrible job on this. A really horrible job. In fact, I was traumatized so much that I spent 3 days in hospital just recuperating from it because I had a stroke or something like that with the amount of crap that was in it. Nah, I'm only joking about that part. But anyways, this has to be one of the worst dubs that 4Kids has ever done. And now we are going to find out why it sucks so much. So without further ado, let's get on with this. First, the voice acting. Let's start with the Mew Mews. Zoe was voiced by Amanda Brown. Karina was voiced by Andy Whaley. Bridget was voiced by Bella Hudson, who is the current voice of Blaze the Cat in the Sonic games, and also did the voice for Monkey D. Luffy in the 4Kids dub of One Piece. Kiki was voiced by Kether Donahue, and Renee was voiced by Molly Weaver. Now, let's move on to some of the supporting characters. Mark was voiced by Scotty Ray, who is better known for voicing the Shredder in the 4Kids version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Elliot was voiced by Sean Schemmel, who is famous for voicing Goku in the Funimation dub of Dragon Ball Z. And Wesley was voiced by Andrew Rannells. Now let's move on to the voice actors for the villains. Dren, which is nerd spelled backwards, ha 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 ha, was voiced by, yet again, Andrew Rannells. Tarb, which is brat spelled backwards, oh, I'm killing myself. Seriously, 4Kids, you can stop with the puns now. Nobody's buying this. Was voiced by Jimmy Zoppi. Yes, it's a weird second name. And Sardon was voiced by Pete Zarustica. Now, I hope I said that one right. So, what do I think about the voices of Mew Mew Power? Even though that they're not the worst voices I've ever heard, all the characters still sound very stereotypical. I mean, all the Mew Mews besides Renee sound very girly and you know, like a mixture between Barbie and Mary-Kate and Ashley. You know, it's like, oh my god, oh, you know, like that sort of very blonde, preppy kind of voice. Whilst Renee just sounds like a complete gothic bitch. Anyways, Mark sounds like a jock, Elliot sounds like a loner, and Wesley sounds like an American guy who thinks he's a British guy. I don't know why. Oh, and I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Ha ha! Anyways, and Dren, Tarb, and Sardon, they just sound like generic villains. So, I'd give the voice acting in Mew Mew Power 2 out of 5. Now then, let's move on to the editing. First of all, the title of the show was changed, because in Japan it was originally called Tokyo Mew Mew, but when it was shipped over to America, 4Kids for some reason decided to change it to Mew Mew Power. I don't know why. Perhaps they thought, hey, it'll be better for the kids if the show has a more American name. I don't know. That's just my thinking. Okay, second. All the characters were renamed. Oh no. You've got to be kidding me, right? You mean I spent half this video reading out names that weren't even and not any of them were actually the characters' names. Oh, I'm gonna kill somebody. Okay. What? Episodes and clips of the show were moved around. So you're telling me episodes were taken out of their original order and just muddled up, which completely destroys the storyline or anything like that. And clips from the show were moved around as well. What were they thinking at 4Kids Entertainment that day? Just tell me. Okay. Next, backgrounds are visibly altered. Okay, visibly altered. So you can see how much time and effort 4Kids put into dubbing this. Okay. And finally, scenes cut from a second to a minute. So you're meaning they cut out like about a minute's worth of the show for some weird reason. I don't know why, but I got this from Wikipedia anyway, and they didn't specify why. But still, a minute of the show. It doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're watching a show, it's a bit like let's just take Dragon Ball Z for example. You know, the fight between Vegeta and Goku. How pissed off would you be if all of a sudden in the middle a minute of that would be cut out and then just stuck together with the other part? I think you'd be pretty pissed off. But anyways, from this list, I'd give the editing a 2 out of 5. It doesn't look that well from Mew Mew Power, does it? Finally, I shall cover the story changes. So, I was originally going to give the story a 3 out of 5, but then I heard that in one of the episodes of Mew Mew Power, or Tokyo Mew Mew, whatever you want to call it, the Mew Mews meet a British pianist, and seeing that they're Japanese, they can't understand English, so there's a language barrier between them. So, how do 4Kids solve this problem? Simple. They turn the British person into a Mexican person. Great! What? This is something I don't really get. Why? Why do they do that? Why can't they just make the British person have Cockney rhyming slang or something like that? And what the hell are they saying about Mexican people? So, are they saying that they can't understand Mexican people all of a sudden or something like that? Anyways, so this gives the story 2.5 out of 5, which gives Mew Mew Power an overall 6.5 out of 15. So, yeah, it's not one of the better shows that 4Kids have dubbed. Well, I hope you all enjoyed my review of Mew Mew Power. Join me next time, where I'll be reviewing a show from our best list. Can you guess what it is? That's right, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! So join me next time, where it'll be time to duel! Also expect a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged references. But sir, that's against the rules! Screw the rules, I've got money!